Hey everyone, it's me. Number 15. The Whaley House. The Whaley House was built in 1857 by Thomas Whaley in San Diego, California. It was here for quite some time before it was turned into a museum. The house has an interesting history that includes murder, suicide, a hanging, and a ghost. Visitors have reported seeing a little girl dressed in Victorian clothing, as well as hearing the sound of footsteps and piano music when no one is around. What makes this house so creepy is that the ghosts are said to be everywhere. One of the most active areas is the third floor, where you can experience strange phenomena like disembodied voices, shaking beds, and even apparitions appearing out of nowhere. Number 14. Hill House. Hill House was built in 1852 in Niagara, Ontario, Canada. This home is steeped in tragedy, including the deaths of 2 children who fell down the basement stairs. Their spirits are said to roam the house, moving objects and shaking beds. In addition, the apparition of a woman in white has been seen wandering the halls. Some believe she may be the former owner who took her own life. Others think she could be a servant who died while working in the house. Number 13. The Myrtles Plantation. The Myrtles Plantation was built in 1796 in St. Francisville, Louisiana. It's considered one of America's most haunted houses, and has been featured on numerous paranormal investigation programs. There are many stories of strange activity here, including the ghost of a young girl named Chloe, who haunts the second floor. She's often seen standing at the foot of the staircase or walking through the halls. Other ghosts include a former slave named William, who is said to appear in doorways, and a former owner named George who died in a fire. His ghost is said to walk the grounds at night. Number 12. Lizzie Borden House. Lizzie Borden House was built in 1845 in Fall River, Massachusetts. It was here that Andrew and Abby Borden were brutally murdered in 1892. To this day, it's not known what happened to their killer, and their ghosts are said to haunt the house. Visitors have reported hearing chains, dragging metal moans, and whispers, and some have even seen the ghost of Lizzie Borden herself. Number 11. The Stanley Hotel. The Stanley Hotel was built in 1909 in Estes Park, Colorado. It was here that Stephen King got the inspiration for The Shining. While staying in room 217, he dreamed of a little boy in a hallway, and the next morning he went to check it out. Sure enough, there was a photo of a little boy on the wall. The room is now known as the Stephen King Room, and it's said to be haunted by the spirit of the little boy. Other guests have reported seeing the ghost of a woman in Victorian clothing, as well as hearing strange noises and feeling cold spots throughout the hotel. Number 10. Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Gettysburg is home to several haunted houses, including the Dobbin House, which is said to be haunted by the ghost of a little girl who died in the house in 1863. Her name was Helen Viola, and it's said that her ghost can often be seen walking the streets of Gettysburg. Other notable haunted houses in the area include the Farnsworth House, in which is said to be haunted by the ghost of a civil or soldier, and the Shriners, which is said to be haunted by the ghost of a woman who died in childbirth. No, 9. Tantry. Eastern State Penitentiary was built in 1829 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It was once the world's most famous prison, but today it's a museum. Visitors have reported seeing the ghosts of prisoners who died in the prison, as well as hearing strange noises and feeling cold spots throughout the building. One of the most active areas is Cell Block 12, where it's said that several prisoners were tortured and killed. Number 8. Salem, Massachusetts. Salem is another town with a rich history of hauntings. One of the most famous is the Witch House, which was once occupied by Judge Jonathan Corwin, who presided over the Salem witch trials. It's said that he never washed his hands after touching the hot wax that sealed the death warrants of the accused witches, and that the smell of burning wax still lingers in the house. Other haunted houses in Salem include the Turner and Gersall Mansion, which is said to be haunted by the ghost of a woman who died in a fire, and the Old Burying Point, which is the city's oldest cemetery, and is said to be haunted by the ghosts of those who died in the Salem witch trials. Number 7. Waverly Hills Sanatorium. Waverly Hills Sanatorium was built in 1910 in Louisville, Kentucky. It was here that thousands of people died from tuberculosis, and it's said that their ghosts still linger in the sanatorium. One of the most active areas is the 5th floor, where it's said that nurses and patients died while trying to escape the sanatorium. Other strange activity has included the sound of coughing and footsteps, as well as the feeling of being touched or watched. No. 6 Ghosts and Gravestones. This is actually a tour in Savannah, Georgia, but it's worth mentioning because of the high number of haunted houses in the area. The tour takes visitors to the most haunted places in Savannah, including the Sorrel Weed House, which is said to be haunted by the ghost of a woman who died in childbirth, and the Moon River Brewing Company, which is said to be haunted by the ghost of a bartender who was killed in a robbery. Number 5. Lalaurie Mansion. The Lalaurie Mansion was built in 1831 in New Orleans, Louisiana. It was here that Madame Delphine Lalaurie tortured and killed several slaves. Her ghosts and the ghosts of her victims are said to haunt the mansion. One of the most active areas is the attic, where it's said that Madame Delphine kept her prisoners. Strange activity has included the sound of screams and chains dragging metal moans, and some have even seen the ghost of a woman being dragged down the stairs. Number 4. The Queen Mary. The Queen Mary is a retired ocean liner that's now a hotel in Long Beach, California. It's said that over 50 people died on the ship, either during its working days or since it's been turned into a hotel. One of the most active areas is Stateroom B340, where a man died in 1934. He was never supposed to be there because the room was supposed to be empty. Other strange activity has included the sound of footsteps and disembodied voices, as well as the feeling of being touched or watched. Number 3. Winchester Mystery House. Winchester Mystery House was built in 1862 in San Jose, California. It was here that Sarah Winchester, the widow of the Winchester rifle fortune, lived for the last 37 years of her life. She believed that her late husband's invention had caused the death of so many people that she was being hunted by the spirits of those she killed. To escape, she moved to the mansion and began adding rooms and staircases in a seemingly random fashion. Today, it is a popular tourist attraction and is said to be haunted by Sarah and the spirits of those she tried to escape. Number 2. Hotel del Coronado. Hotel del Coronado was built in 1888 in Coronado, California. It's considered one of America's most haunted hotels, and is said to be haunted by several famous people, including actress Natalie Wood, who drowned off the coast of Catalina Island in 1958. Her ghost is said to wander the halls of the hotel looking for her lost dog. Other famous ghosts include baseball player Babe Ruth, who died in 1948, and author Mark Twain, who died in 1910. Number 1. The Brown Lady of Raynham Hall. Raynham Hall is a country house in Norfolk, England. It's home to one of the most famous ghosts in England, the Brown Lady. She's said to be the ghost of Lady Dorothy Walpole, who died in 1544. Her ghost is often seen walking the grounds of the house, and there's even a famous painting of her that was made by an artist named Augustus Charles. Thanks for watching. Which one of these haunted houses would you love to visit? Let me know in the comments below. And while you're at it, make sure to stay up to date on all our creepy content. I'll see you next time. Bye.